Assalamualaikum and hi doctor. So for this lab 3, in this video I'm going to demo for lab 3, which is interactive uses for linear libraries and comparison, and also conditional jumps. So for the first program that I'm going to do is actually part 1C for program 1, which is loop and add. This is the code that I've done. So this program is programmed to calculate the parameter of two different hexagon with two different sizes. So I'm going to let's go through it line by line. So here at the upper part is actually the data variable, the data declaration. Here is the declaration of set hex 1, set hex 2, which is this one is for set hexagon for the first hexagon. This one is set for the second hexagon, and this one we set parameter for hexagon 1 and 2 and to 0, and also total parameter to 0. And then here is the text that we are going to output, which is program title, from 1, from 2, reset message, and also total message. And here is, let's take a look at the code part. For the code, first we prompt the program title, and the prompt 1 and prompt 2 to ask the user to input the site for hexagon 1 and hexagon 2, and then we calculate the parameter for hexagon 1 using add and also using loop. Here there is add, also here there is loop. We choose ECX 6 because the hexagon has 6 sides. It is listed as hexagon 2, and then we also want to add both parameters, so we just add the parameters to the parameters here and copy it to total parameter, and then we display the output here, and that's all. So let's debug. Here if we take a look at the sample output, so we are going to just use the sample output. For the hexagon 1 we use 21, for the second one we use 32, and then we get the result of parameter hexagon 1, which is 126, and for hexagon 2 192, and the total parameter is 318. So how they do, basically in the here this part we move ECX to 6, so we set CX to 6 and we set also X to 0, and sum, which is our sum of parameter is 0 for hexagon 1, and then we also set the EBX, and then here we start the looping. We add EX to EBX, and then we loop until there is 6 sides. Okay, that's all for program 1 for part 1C. So for the next one is program 2. This is the complete code that I've done. So first one is here, just like before, we have prompt for users to enter their input, and here is the variable that we have declared. First one is hello dword 6. This one is actually array of 6 integers that name hello, and we also have total even and total odd. We set it to 0, and then here is, let's take a look at our code. So here actually the first one is actually the input loop. This is the loop counter, which is 6 because we have 6 indexes now. So the first one is we output the prompt message. Here prompt message, enter integer value, then user will enter their value, z value, and we will store it input into the array that we have. So since we start with with 0, so we're gonna save the first input in hello within the 0, and then um, we are going to input loop, and we are going to loop again until it becomes 6. So then we are going to process the event indexes, which is 0, 8 and 16. We are going to sum it and then store it in total event, and there's also loop here. Then we're also going to process odd indexes, which is 4, 12 and 20, and store the sum of the odd loop in total odd. And then we are going to display the result here. We are going to display the result message, the total event and also the total odd, and that's all. So let's try to debug it. Start with the debugging. Wait a second, let me bold it first, and then we try. Wait a second. Okay, let's continue. Sorry. So just now I forgot to prompt the program title. So let's debug it again. Okay, right now we have the title, which is we want to calculate sum index in array hello. Wait a second. Okay. So right now this is the fixed one. Sorry. So we are going to input the first integer value, which is we are going to use the same as the simple output. So 20, and then 25, 30, and 37, 40, and 43. So here is the result. So the sum hello for even index is 19, and sum hello for odd index is 105. 19, which is 20, and then plus 30, and then plus 40, we get 19, and 105, 25 plus 37 plus 43, we get 105. So that's all for part 1C for program 2. Okay, so for the last part, which is part 2C, part 2C wants us to combine part 1 in part 1C, program 1 and program 2, and create a menu option, and this is the complete code that I've done. So just like usual, this is the prompt, and then the variable, and also we want to take a look at the code. So here, firstly, they will call my menu. So this is our main menu. We have loop here, menu underscore loop, and first we clear the screen, and then from the menu option, and ask the users if they want to choose 1 or 2. If let's say they will choose 1, we will jump to calculate parameter. It is here, calculate parameter. The inside of this calculate parameter is the same in program 1 here until the end. Here we will end. At the end of this calculate parameter, we will ask to jump to ask repeat. Ask repeat is here. If we after we end the program 1, we will ask repeat, and then we ask the user if they want to continue or they want to exit. if they if user enter Y, we will jump to menu loop. So let's here here we will jump to menu loop again, and then if the user input 2, we will go to this point. We will jump to calculate array sum. So calculate array sum, wait a second. Oh, calculate array sum is right here in line 1 to 6. For this one, it is the same as program 2. Also at the end, we will jump to ask repeat, and then let's say if um, let's see here in the menu loop, in menu loop, where is it? This one in menu loop, the user input another input rather than 1 and 2, it will jump to end program, which is at the bottom of this. There is end program, yeah. So if we want to end the end the program, or they put input n, we will prompt the forward message and we will end the program. So let's try to debug it. So okay, here is actually the main menu. So if you input 1, we will go to calculate parameter hexagon. If we input 2, we will go to calculate sum unseen integer index or even in an array hello 6. So if we input 1, we will clear the screen and go to the program 1. So program 1, we use the simple output. So turn 1 to 2, and this is the output that we are going to get. And then the program will ask the user if they want to input or not, Y to main menu, and N to exit. So let's say we want to repeat again. So when we put 2 to calculate sum, and then we go to program 2 and just input, and user will input all the integer value, 7, 40, and this is the output that the user will going to get. So let's say they want to end to exit the benchmark. So just put end, and it will prompt the forward message, which is thank you, bye. So that's all for lab 3. Also that's all for me. Thank you.